Hey everybody, it's Tim from Tabletop Audio, and I'm really excited to introduce you to my latest SoundPad, Desert Planet. I've been doing a lot of biomes over the last couple of years, and I've got a jungle, I've got an ice, I've got hell, and people have been asking me for a desert for a while. So I spent the last few weeks getting some sounds together, watching a bunch of movies across various genres. I watched Lawrence of Arabia, I watched Dune, I watched Pitch Black, I tried to watch Ishtar, and I kept on looking for little scenes or little snippets or just listening to sounds. And I compiled a bunch of things that I think can tell a lot of different stories. So I add the word planet after all my biomes because I find that it gives me much more freedom than having to do realistic, naturalistic sounds. I can add dinosaurs to my jungles. I can add giants to my ice worlds. I've got, of course, I've got the sandworms here, and it's just more fun. So I can add sci-fi, fantasy elements to any of my worlds. This is we're listening to a preset that I made very quickly that I called Oasis. These are all mine. These will be blank when you load up this page. I'll just go over this very quickly. You select any number of sounds and hit save scene and name it, and it will appear in this menu. A lot of these sounds have timer icons next to them, so you can click the timer and this will give you a frequency menu. So I can say, well, I would like that raptor to appear every 10 seconds. And once you do, the timer icon will turn red, and after 10 seconds or so, it will sound. Come on, raptor. There we go. It's not actually 10 seconds. It's 10 seconds plus or minus some sort of random element. So that's so when you choose a bunch of 10-second or 30-second, they don't all come out at the same time. They stagger each time. Let's switch to another preset. I've got some interiors. Temple has this interior temple sound. I've got this dark prayer. I've got some bells. I can add these tones to any sound. This is a duduk sound. Tones are great for... Most of my sound pads have tones, and they're usually just kind of a musical element without being too much of a tune that just lends a certain vibe to it. So these are the 3 tones I've got here. And you can change the volume. You can layer them however you want. You can just pull one out. You can have just a single tone. I have 3 musical tracks composed for this. I've got this one called Dream. Scroll down a little bit over here. None of these are authentic. Let's call them Middle Eastern tracks. I can't do authentic for this, and so I can only do vibe. And since I've called this a planet, this is exactly how the music sounds on my planet. So there. Here's another track called Destiny, which is I played electric violin affected to sound kind of like a duduk actually. Which I think worked out really well. And the third one is, let me just turn off some of these. The third one is a track that I called Desert, which is a kind of more, I always thought this sound was like an Egyptian orchestra, that kind of unison string in the harmonic minor or Persian scale. It sounds cool. Sounds vibey. Anyway, so 36 sounds, 3 tones, 3 musical tracks. I think there's a lot of stories in here. This will be online today for Patreon patrons at a sneak peek, and the next couple of days I will release it to the public. If you would like to become a Patreon patron, please do. You can click this P over here or the donate button on any page. I make extra tracks available. I do sneak peeks and things, and your contributions help keep me making sounds. So please join if you're able to. Next week or so, I will be adding all of these sounds to the custom SoundPad. The custom SoundPad is the place where, I'll just turn off this, is the place where all of the sounds, it'll be soon over 800, and you can use them in any combinations you want to create your own specific, insane, well thought out sounds sets, and then save them, of course, and then save scenes among them. So there's over 800 now as soon as I add the sounds from Desert Planet. So look forward to that sometime next week. Thank you very much for listening. I will talk to you soon. Bye.